Good afternoon. This is Debbie Henderson from Debbie's Designs. Hi, Dolores. I'll start in a few seconds. I'll let everybody chime in. Okay, I'm going to get started. So today I'm going to be featuring the Stamparatus Tool. How exciting that our tool, for those of you that had reserved one, they all got mailed out a few days ago. So most of you guys should be receiving them next week sometime. So I'm going to be doing a few videos now and then just to show you a little few tips. So another thing I want to mention today that is really neat. For those of you that subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, these little ink spots are perfect for using with the Stamparatus. So I'm going to be showing you today how to use that. Now the card I'm going to be doing is a simple one. It's this one right here. I want to show you how to do this repetitive stamping all in a row. Very easy, and you'll love the Stamparatus for something like that. So let me just give you the list of stuff I'm using. Hi Sandy, hi Ann, hi Laura. Okay, so the stamps that I'm using is Picture Perfect Birthday. As you can see, there's 3 candles here. Well, actually 2. Because this is the one that goes as the base, and then you do the detail on top of the base. I'm using Whisper White thick cardstock, 11 inches by 4 1/4. Hi Sue, hi Sandy. Designer paper, and this one measures 1 1/2 by 4 1/4. A little piece of the silver glimmer paper, and that's 1/4 inch by 4 1/4. So that's all I'm using for my layers. Pretty simple because we're focusing on the Stamparatus. Now the designer paper that I'm using comes from the Naturally Eclectic. I'm using this sheet right here, and these are the 6 patterns on this side and the 6 patterns on this side. Beautiful paper, and of course it's going to be gone by May 31st, so if you like it, grab it while it's still available. Okay, let me start by gluing down the designer paper. And the reason I'm gluing that down first is just so I can gauge myself as to where I want to add the sentiment and then the candles. Let me grab my glue. Okay, I'm using the Tombow multi-purpose glue to add my glimmer paper. There's a lot you can do with the Stamparatus, so that's why I'm going to be doing these videos just to do like one at a time. I did do a video back a couple months ago to show a lot of different things, but now I'm going to be using this as a review just so you guys won't be overwhelmed. I'm using the sentiment Celebrate the Good Stuff with Basic Gray. And I'm putting that down right close to the silver glimmer paper. Okay, and now we're going to use the Stamparatus. So let me make some room. So I'm using the 3 candle images. And of course the little flame later on. And again, as you can see, I alternated my candles. So I've got 4 of one color and then 3 of the other color. Now, in order for this to work, if I were to put my cardstock down right in the corner, and then, as you know, well, maybe first I need to explain. Our clear plates come off. They're on hinges. So what you can do once you have an image lined up on your plate, and I'm going to show you how to do that, you can move it over a hinge or 2 at a time. If I were to start here and I need to go this way, I can't move over here because I'm at the corner. So for this example, I'm lining up the cardstock way over here at the end. I'm going to place my magnets. If you'll notice, this magnet is a little smaller than the other one. You have to be careful that these two don't grab onto each other. A couple days after I got mine, these two just banged up against each other and it split one. But I now have 3 magnets, so it's not a big deal. I'm going to start out with the base image, and I'm going to line this up right in the center. Okay, right there. Bring my clear plate down, press, and I now have this. Oops, this moved a little bit. I now have this ready to ink. Now here's where the stamping spots come in really handy. They're so small that it's easy to ink up your stamp. Press down. Now I'm going to pick up my hinge. Oops, see, I did that wrong. You know what I'm supposed to do. Hold on a minute. I was supposed to move over my hinge and I forgot to do that. So let me just move it over. You don't want it way in the corner. Remember, I said that right when we started. So I'm just going to line this back up. You have to allow room for this to move. Okay, so now I'm going to move over 1. Ink again. Press down. And now I want to move over to the left. See how easy that is to line up? Okay, I now have 3. Now I'm going to clean this off. And I'm going to start out with my other color, so I'm going to line this up right in the center. Press down, and again allowing room for movement this way. Now I'm going to bring in, oh, and by the way, that was Pear Pizzazz. Now I'm using Flirty Flamingo. Ink up my stamp. I'm going to move down 1. Now I'm going to go to the left. So as you can see, I'm creating a straight row of candles. Now let's go 1 more. Okay, so that's it for the row of candles that I wanted. Now I'm going to go in and add the details. I'm going to bring in the one with the little stripes. I'm going to leave my clear plate right there, and it'll allow me to work this way again. Now I'm using Cherry Cobbler. So we'll bring this down. Grab the image, ink with Cherry Cobbler, okay, see how that layered very easily? Move down a notch to the right. You guys are going to love this tool, I'm telling you. It's so exciting. Move down a notch to the right again. You just need to be able to think ahead and plan ahead as to how you need to arrange everything. Move down again to the right. And I'm doing this all on one clear plate. You could actually bring the other one in and do the layering for the green. Okay, now I'm going to bring in Garden Green. remove this one. And let's line up the little polka dots. Press down to grab it. Move down to the left. So you can see how once the first layer is done and you keep going to add the second layer, you don't need to make any adjustments because everything is there. Move one more time. Okay, so now we have all of the detail. The next step is to add the flame. And I'm going to start right here with the Flirty Flamingo candle. Whoops, I need to turn it upside down. And I don't have the small stamping spot in the So Saffron, so I am using my larger pad. Okay, so there's my first flame. Oh, Regina, you're going to love this, I promise. So as far as the flame, I'm going to have to position it twice because you position it for the Flirty Flamingo candle and then you'll have to position it again for the green candle. Okay, so let's move this back. So you can see that this saves a lot of time, even though it's a little tedious, but it gets everything lined up. You're not wasting any cardstock. I love the way that this works with the hinge system. Okay, so those are my flames. I'm all done. The candles are all perfectly straight. And my last step, I'm going to add a little bit of confetti in between the candles. Oh, I'm glad you like these videos, Sue. I'm going to try to do one a week using the Stamparatus. That way you guys can learn some neat little tricks. I'll add some confetti in beside the sentiment. Okay, and that's my card. So this is about lining up horizontally. Next week I'll try to do lining up vertically. You can do some really neat stuff with that too. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'll be checking the Facebook page again after the video posts. But all the Stamparatuses should be arriving to you next week if you reserved one. And thanks for everybody that did reserve one with me as your demonstrator. I appreciate that. And let's see, tomorrow night I do have my Friday Folds video that will be live at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So join me again tomorrow night. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.